Hello, welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classics / Non Classics. This is episode 44 in our review. In this episode, reviewing X-Men War Machines. Now, in this book, it's written by Victor Garster. He writes the issue, which is 20 and 23 of X-Men, and of course, you also got the classic Stan Lee X-Men story, X-Men 14, which introduces the Sentinels. Now, the lineup, if I can get this right, is Domino, there's a few pages, Domino, Storm, Jubilee, Psylocke, Warpath, and Colossus, though Colossus is bald at this time, just because he's also the Juggernaut at this time. And this is the security recon team. Originally, in this point in time, they're using the Blackbird as sort of like their main transportation. Though later on, they get a regular plane, which Storm buys off eBay. Now, they team up with James Rhodes in here. There's a very funny line in here. It's in the first issue, if I can find it here. Let's see here. He says, "Not that I mind being lied to by a pretty woman in general, but I expect better from royalty." Reference to the fact that she is married to the Black Panther. Yes. One thing I do like about the X-Men is only one X-Men is drawn like the actor who plays in the movies, and that's versus Charles Xavier. Storm and the rest of the X-Men are not drawn like any of the people who play in the movies. This book is a really interesting book if you really want to. If you don't like Cyclops at all, you can. I mean, he appears very little in this book, so you have to worry about that. If you're a big Storm fan or any members of the team basically around this book, I recommend getting this. This is a really good book. Basically, since Fact Team of War Machine, this is also the second. This is also one of the last known team-up story arcs. Before, I'd say, fourth to last team-up story arc before the series ends, and of course it gets relaunched the following year. Yeah. I can't say very much, but the thing is basically, and of course, they do go to Silver Sabre's home country in this issue, but in this book, but Silver Sabre himself does not appear in the book at all. In case anybody wants to correct me on that, Somalia, I think it's how you pronounce the country. In case it's pronounced something else, please listen to comments below. Please comment below, and also please subscribe. Yeah. I mean, there's not much references what's going on in the X-Men books at this time. Mainly the fact that the X-Men split in half, and this is the security recon team. And this particular team does stay on up until issue 37, and then the series changes after that. But basically, this is the second to last This is the second to last book that has the original writer on it, because after Curse is Broken, which ends issue 29, the original writer leaves the series and hands off to the writer who writes the current X-Men series, Brian Wood. I'll get to him in the next video. So basically, I mean, it's a pretty interesting book, especially to get a chance to see War Machine himself take out a frickin' Sentinel. Now, the one thing I do like, this is some of the X-Men books that do this nowadays. They actually take an actual old story and they reprint it entirely in the back of the book. Now, this is the X-Men issue written by Stan Lee. This was also one of his last issues he wrote for this series, because he only wrote the first 19 issues of the series before handing out to Roy Thomas. Those of you who know that writer, you know him as the writer of the Conan the Barbarian series. Stan Lee did write this series originally, but he only stayed on for about almost 2 years. He then had the Roy Thomas, where he wrote it most of the time. Then, of course, there was a series of writers along with it, but most of the time Roy Thomas was writing it. So, all in all, the artwork in here is fine. I got no problem with the artwork. It's interesting how they depict the women in here. But, why do I recommend this? Oh, yes. So basically, I get this book a 5 out of 5. Interesting book, to say the least. Interesting the fact that War Machine appears in the book. Oh, I almost forgot. In the final issue of the story, Jubilee mysteriously leaves the team for some exclamation. Yeah, this is a splash page of stars we're in. Basically, there's a brief appearance by the Unforgiven, which sets up the next story arc. See this guy? Yeah. Last time he appeared in the series was issue 11. Yeah. He does come back with a following story. This is also the first time the Unforgiven appeared since the events of the Fearless miniseries, but it appeared for a couple issues. The Unforgiven is one group of people who just don't appear very much. They don't have a high amount of appearances, but most of the time it's just him appearing. All appearances have him in it. And of course, Jubilee is wearing a blue jumpsuit along with her traditional yellow jacket that she always likes, the yellow trench coat that she likes to wear. And that's pretty much it. In case you're wondering why it's drawn like this, I have no idea. It's just how the artist depicted these people. Interesting style, I'll give it that much. Makes them a little more realistic. Okay, that's it. Stay tuned for my next video. Bye.